What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel. It's the Choose here from Choose to Explore. We teach you guys how to see the world
and save $1.
So we just came back from 4 days in a land of fire and ice, also known as Iceland. And it gets that name by the beautiful landscapes and everything that it has to offer. But one thing that Iceland is known for is their beautiful lagoons.
But in this video, we're going to go over 2 lagoons.
The world famous Blue Lagoon and the newest lagoon on Iceland, Sky Lagoon.
So if you want to know which one you should go to, stay tuned.
Alright, so the first thing that we'll talk about is the differences between prices. And one thing that I will say is depending on the dates and the time of your booking, the prices vary. But we got our ticket for the basic fare to Blue Lagoon for around $71 US dollars per person, and for the medium tier package at Sky Lagoon for around $73 per person. So it was about a comparable price for a little bit more elevated experience at Sky Lagoon for us personally. But before you guys book anything, just check the dates and the time. I know that specifically it's more expensive during the sunset hours. The next thing we'll talk about is the location of each one of the lagoons. So the first thing is that Sky Lagoon, the newest lagoon on the block, is actually in Reykjavik. And that's really convenient because most people stay in Reykjavik. So this is a great lagoon to go to because you can do it basically any day as long as you're staying in Reykjavik.
And as far as the Blue Lagoon, it's really close to the airport in Keflavik.
It actually was the first thing that we did as soon as we landed. So we landed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, got a rental car, and drove about 20 minutes through the lava fields to Blue Lagoon. And I think that kind of makes up some of the interesting things about Blue Lagoon is because it's almost nestled right inside of a lava field. So it has really interesting terrain. Because of its proximal location to the airport, I personally recommend either starting there or making it the last thing on your itinerary before you leave out of Iceland.
So now we're going to dive in a little bit further into the packages offered at each of these lagoons. So at Blue Lagoon, they have the comfort package, the premium package, and the luxury retreat spa. So the comfort and the premium options are pretty similar to each other. The premium offers a couple of more perks such as additional masks, use of a bathrobe, and 1 glass of sparkling wine if you're eating at the on-site restaurant. Now the luxury retreat spot, that one is a whole other level and it costs a lot more than the other 2.
Honestly, we didn't even factor this one in because the other ones for us were like under $100, but the luxury spa was like $600 US dollars, which is almost more than what we paid on our whole trip. So we didn't even look at that as an option. So even though the premium package had a little bit more perks, we were happy with what the comfort package came with because we just wanted the experience of the Blue Lagoon. The 1 mask that was given to us was a cool experience.
Alright, so clearly we have our mud mask on. The silica mud mask was included in our comfort package here.
City Gray bracelet.
Yes, and so it pretty much, it minimizes pores, it mattifies the skin, it says it's good for all skin types, and you leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes, no longer than that. So we're going to take our 5 to 10 minutes looking like this. Yes.
At least I don't feel bad because everybody else has it on. So there's other people, they have an algae mask, which is the green one, and they also have the black lava mask. But you either have to pay for those or those are included with the other packages, and I ain't paying for those. I personally don't drink, and it was really cool that the Blue Lagoon actually had a lot of other drinks such as slushies and a green earthy natural drink as well. Alright, so I got a green is good, which is like a fruit juice smoothie thing. Pretty good.
I got a La Rosita, I think. Oh no, La Fresita. It's like a strawberry sparkling wine.
Oh, cheers. No liquor in mine.
This is good.
So we had a pretty good experience with the comfort package. On the other hand, Sky Lagoon tends to be a little bit cheaper, but once again, it depends on the dates and the times. Sky Lagoon also has 3 tiers, but their tiers are a little bit different than at Blue Lagoon. So the lowest package is the Pure Light, then they have the Pure, and then their highest tier is the Sky. So the Pure Light is pretty much just entrance into the place, but you don't get a drink. And we knew that we wanted a little bit more because what Sky Lagoon is known for is their 7-step ritual, which is offered with the Pure package. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. so stay tuned for that. And the highest tier is Sky, and that is similar to the Pure package, but it focuses on wellness and privacy.
So our next point is going to be about the opening hours, which is really important for us.
Because when we travel, we try to create content, we try to go to things as early as possible so that we could have the least amount of people around us. And this is a major difference between the two lagoons. So as I said earlier, we went to Blue Lagoon before anybody else was there because we literally got off the flight at 3 o'clock in the morning and went right there. So Blue Lagoon actually opens at 8 o'clock, and we had reservations on our tickets for 8 o'clock when they're opening. And because we were the first people lining up, we were literally the first people in the lagoon for the day. But Sky Lagoon, on the other hand, every day it does not open until 10 o'clock in the morning. And 10 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of hard to wake up early and beat the crowds because most people are already awake by then. So we did have our reservation time at 10 o'clock. We were one of the first people to line up, but at 10 o'clock, like I said, there was a lot of reservations already at that time.
So next we're going to talk about crowds. So the Blue Lagoon is extremely popular, extremely famous.
When people think about Iceland, they usually think about the Blue Lagoon.
Yes. So even though we were one of the first people there, it will quickly fill up. However, it's so huge, it's very large, and it's also very misty. So it feels very private even though there may be a lot of other people. You can't really see the other people.
And being that it is so big, you can walk in any direction and get your own kind of private areas. But you will find the most people by the bar.
But on the other hand, Sky Lagoon is much less misty than Blue Lagoon.
So what that means is that you look around and you see all the people.
You're really seeing everybody.
Our next talking point is going to be about the water in both lagoons. So Blue Lagoon, to no one's surprise, gets its name from the color of the water. It has this bluish, milky water color, and it is beautiful. It is what people think about when they think about Blue Lagoon, that beautiful color. And it gets its unique colorway from the sunlight's reflection on the silica properties in the water.
Now, the silica is beautiful. It makes everything look really pretty and blue, but it is not good for your hair. I highly recommend not getting your hair wet because it will definitely make your hair more stiff and cause some damage.
It'll dry it out.
Now you can actually put conditioner in beforehand, but I just recommend not getting it wet at all.
But the color of the water in Sky Lagoon is clear. I mean, crystal clear. The whole time you could look down and see your feet, your hands, and everybody else in the lagoon. But also, because this water is so clear, we didn't have any problems dipping our hair into this water. The next thing we're going to talk about is the heat of these heated lagoons. So in both of them, they both market them at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but there's differences between the two. Not all 100 degrees is made the same.
So in the Blue Lagoon, some areas were hotter than others, so the temperatures kind of varied.
Some areas are really concentrated and they felt really good, maybe too good, but some other areas were a little bit cooler than others. You can definitely tell that some areas are more concentrated than others with heat. On the other hand, Sky Lagoon was a pretty steady 100 degrees. Pretty much anywhere you went, it felt pretty good throughout. Also with the variance of the pools is the different depths that we observe walking through the different lagoons.
So Blue Lagoon is a little bit more uneven, so we experience different depths of water, and at Sky Lagoon, the depth was pretty much the same throughout. I'm loving it so far, and it's not too deep. The deepest it gets is about a little less than 5 feet.
Yeah, so you could walk the whole way and don't have to worry about drowning. So if you can't swim, don't worry.
There's also lifeguards here just in case. How tall are you?
I'm about 6'1". I don't know what that is in meters, unfortunately, but it didn't go any higher than nipple length for me in Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, it's like just under 5 feet.
But Sky Lagoon was pretty consistent. And once again, you can walk through the whole thing as long as you're over 5 feet without any issues.
So next we're going to talk about the vibes. So at Blue Lagoon, it was completely dreamy.
So it was definitely beautiful. It looked supernatural with the lava rocks. It had the different caves, the volcanic rocks, and it just felt like something that I always wanted to do. Ever since I seen Gucci Mane come here, I knew that I couldn't wait to be in Blue Lagoon. Sky Lagoon, on the other hand, was a little bit more upscale to me. It was kind of more classy to me with the clear water. You walk by and it kind of felt like I was on a Disney ride, like in a make-believe world. This right here is so beautiful. It's like we're literally in a volcano. Oh my gosh. And wait, let's turn around. Look at this. Opens out. Spectacular. And then when you go out this way, look out, and it's an infinity pool. And I think our favorite part was the different nooks and like tables that they had. I mean, it wasn't really like a table, but it was a place for you to sit and entertain. So there was a lot of people that would just hang out, and there's a bunch of them all over the place.
My second favorite part would definitely be the hot waterfall. So they had that at Sky Lagoon as well as Blue Lagoon.
So both of them have the heated waterfalls, which I definitely would recommend to do. At least get yourself wet and get in there.
So the next thing you need to know is that in Iceland, it's the law that you have to shower naked before getting into any of the lagoons.
So we read different articles and watched other videos on this, and as Americans, it's kind of taboo. So I was thinking it would be kind of like jail style, like it was just a free-for-all, like just an open shower. But going there, it was nothing like that at all. Like everybody had their own private showers and their own things, and we can bring our swimming trunks and our change of clothes into the shower booth. So if that is something that you think you'd be uncomfortable with, don't worry, you will not be.
They have soap, they have shampoo, they have conditioner, they have a door. It's okay.
Yeah, so showering naked is like you have to shower naked at home anyway. So it's not a big deal that I see other people talking about. So the main reason why we upgraded our Sky Lagoon package is because we wanted to do the 7-step ritual that Sky Lagoon is known for. So the very first step is to relax and to go into the lagoon. Shortly after that, you're going to go into the cold plunge. The next part is relaxing with the most amazing view in the sauna. I really like this one because it had like a little dial that lets you know when your 10 to 15 minutes is up. After this, we did a cold mist fog, and then you did the sky body scrub. Then you entered the steam room. Then you showered, and the last step is to relax back into the lagoon. And I think this is what really set it apart to me versus the Blue Lagoon, because I'm about the experience and really not so much the aesthetics. So personally for me, Sky Lagoon was my personal favorite.
I personally really liked the face mask at Blue Lagoon and the color of the water and the steam, so that was my personal favorite.
But honestly, you can't go wrong with either one of these lagoons.
That's why we did both. So there's actually so many more lagoons in Iceland.
I hear there's over 40 different lagoons.
We actually have a full article breaking down Secret Lagoon on our website, and it's even cheaper than these two experiences.
So if you guys want to learn about different lagoons, please be sure to check out our website at choosetoexplore.com. So there you guys have it. That's our experience at both lagoons, Blue Lagoon and Sky Lagoon. She likes Blue Lagoon, I like Sky Lagoon, but you can't go wrong with either one of them. So our challenge to you is to go to both and let us know below which one you guys prefer. So thank you guys so much for checking out our channel. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here watching our Iceland content, and we truly appreciate that. So please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for our full Iceland travel vlog.